colleagues, all the leaders of the frontal organization, our elders, brothers, sisters, and friends present here. Nagaland entire population is estimated to be around 17 lakhs only, a figure that is strikingly small when compared with the other large states in India. And our state, with such small numbers, need to realize that there is no room to divide ourselves by being tribalistic in our thoughts and approach in our day-to-day life. Once outside Nagaland, we do not introduce ourselves as an Ao, Angami, or Simi, but rather as a Naga, and we proudly own it. Why can we not do the same when we are in Nagaland and stop division, stop tribalism altogether to ensure that all Naga progress and live together as one united family? It is the social responsibility that provides leadership with its moral compass. Leadership without social responsibility is incomplete, and it becomes meaningful only when it is used to uplift one another and build one another, build stronger communities. The present generation must consciously choose to transcend the limitation that held back the previous generation, the past generation. I would like to make a point to harnessing the youthful population in our state. And so this celebration of Huna Festival under the aegis of Simi Hoho and Angami Public Organization needs to know that Nagaland is blessed with a very fertile land and with a very youthful population filled with energy, creativity, initiative, innovative, and a desire for progress to greater heights. However, potentiality in a person alone is not enough. It must be guided by discipline, dedication, direction, and the fear of God. The current generation, we enjoy opportunities that the earlier generation could only dream of, such as access to the internet, technology, global communication, and innovative education. Accordingly, we must urge ourselves and particularly our youths to use these privileges wisely, saying, use your knowledge not merely to seek personal success, but to serve the society, the humanity, the community at large. And I would like to urge this auspicious gathering to become a generation that turns all the challenges, all the failures into opportunities, build instead of blaming one another, unite instead of dividing ourselves, and this Ahuna festival celebration under the aegis of Simi Hoho and Angami Public Organization must continue to uphold its mission as a collective voice of thousands of people, a voice that carries weight, responsibility, and hope. This Ahuna festival celebration must become a turning point that will inspire new generation of Naga youth to lead the state with wisdom, act with compassion, and dream with courage. Let this Ahuna celebration be a moment of transformation that strengthens the Simi community and the Angami community, not only these two communities, but the whole of Nagaland. And I would like to call upon each one of us present here to work together to build the state of Nagaland, where every person will have the equal opportunity to learn, to lead, and to live with dignity. Today, as we gather under this bright sky, I want to say it from my heart that this Ahuna festival is just not about Ahuna festival celebration, but it's about the story of our past, the story of our people, the story of our faith, the story of our unity, and our blessing from God, brought through Christianity. Secondly, I would like to also say something about honoring the beginning. Well, let us begin by remembering and appreciating the one who brought unity to the people of Simi and Angami community. And in this, I would like to mention that whether it be a secular education or the gospel, the spiritual education, we received it from our Angami community, not from the British or from the Americans. For example, Reverend Edward Winter Clark came to Nagaland and lived in 1872 in a village called Molongkingmong village and developed the Mokokchung district. Whereas the first reverend named C.D. King, he came to Kohima as the first American missionary, and in the year 1881, but it was only for Simi community, it was in the year 1896 that the first Reverend Evangelist, Reverend Sileze Sore, and Reverend Suloho Kieho, and for some village, Reverend Musehefeso, they were the one who brought the gospel to the Simi community. So the first converts were in the person of Hosna and Wopna in the year 1896, who were baptized in 1904. And then the Simi community, even for the church, we were affiliated to Kohima Field Baptist Church Council till 1926. And so we express our sincere gratitude to our Angami community for being this selfless sacrifice service that you have brought to the Simi community. Well, coming to the secular education, it was Reverend Megosize Savino and his wife Zaniko Savino, and also Zed Obed and Let Bile. They were the ones who brought the secular education to the Simi community. So we need to honor them and thank them for all the blessing that has come to us through these people. The Word of God says in Psalm 133, how beautiful it is for the brethren to dwell together in unity, for there the Lord has commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. And so we can say that unity is the key that will open the blessing of God, let it be material or spiritual. And thirdly, I would like to point out some of the notable contributed towards the building of the state capital, Kohima, by the Simi community. Along with the other constituent tribes of the Kohima district, back to 1944, 45, 1946. The Simi community has also played active role in building Kohima town since its inception. And following the order of the then Deputy Commissioner, the Simi community volunteered to walk for some village 3 days, continuous walk, 3 days continuous walk with their own food, equipments, clothes, and participated in the developmental activities like construction or the site leveling of Kohima Deputy Commissioner back to the year 1944, Kohima local ground site leveling, Assam Rifle site leveling, present Naga Hospital Kohima, present Naga Hospital Authority Kohima site leveling. Initially, we were told that that was the high school site, and also Kohima Dimapur Road between 10 and 11 mile, that would be around Jubza Road construction. Here, in all these works, the more than 281 people came and worked for the development of the capital, state capital Kohima without any payment. And we also contributed towards the building of the mission hostel opened by the Kohima Field Baptist Church Council in Mission Compound, where Baptist English School, now known as the B High School, and where I was also a student. Also, in the construction and site leveling of the Tizama airfield site. And so, in recognition, all these works done by the Simi community for the building of the capital Kohima town, the then British government gave the award to the Simi community by allotting the plot of land measuring 1,045 square feet, pata number 60, and the name of the pata was issued. The name of the pata was named as Pughoboto Range Sim Community, and the pata was issued back to dated 25 February 1947. And so now, on the 12th June 2006, because of the expansion of the National Highway 29, the government took away that land by compensating with rupees 4,06,600, and a small portion was sold at the rate of rupees 45,000. And with that, the Sim community has purchased a plot of land measuring 64 into 65 square feet at lower Pezi, let's say, below the Angami Christian Revival Church at Kohima. Now, when back to November 1944, 45, 46, when the Simi community came to work for development of Kohima city, the team worked under the leadership of the Deputy Commissioner, and all those services which I mentioned were supposed to be free labor. But the road construction towards Pisama from Naga Hospital towards Pisama, they worked for 3 days, and the labor numbering to about 238. And after the completion of the work, they were paid a handsome amount of rupees 30 each. That time it was a big amount. And here, all these works were supervised under the leadership of Sri Nihule Angami. And so that is the story we have. And so we also want to say that Simi community has been part of the Angami community right from 1944, 45, 46. And this is just the renewal of the past relationship, intra-tribal relationship. So today, as we celebrate this Auna festival, let us give thanks to the one who has brought us together, to every individual who has sowed the seed of unity among Simi and Angami communities, and above all, to God the Almighty who gave the opportunity to unite for prosperity of all. And this Auna festival reminds us that prosperity comes not only from the post-harvest, but also from the heart that honors God and stands in unity. And may the good Lord continue to bless our friendship and our people, and may this celebration shine an example of faith, unity, and abundance. Thank you, and have a blessed Ahuna festival to you all. Thank you.